Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are doing good and you are learning the lessons well. And this is the lesson called Organization of Tissue, where we started from the meristematic and to the permanent, where you learn about the simple and complex tissue. And the last session Miss would have explained, or Justina Miss would have explained about animal tissue, where you have studied about the epithelial tissue and its function. Then you would have learned about the simple epithelium and compound epithelium. And today I'm going to take over with the connective tissue. So connective tissue is nothing but they are made up of matrix, a gel-like substance, and they have cells called fibroblast, and they have a functioning they have functions like support to the organ system. So in this content we have this topics, connective tissue. So we have connective tissue proper. Under that you will be studying areolar tissue, adipose tissue. Then second one, supportive connective tissue, that is cartilage and bone. Then we have the dense connective tissue, where you will be learning about tendons and ligament. And last, fluid connective tissue. There comes the blood and lymph. So these are some pictures of the connective tissue. You can see the muscle tissue. See here, fiber connected connective tissue, cartilage tissue, then fat cells, adipose tissue, nervous tissue, so on. So this connective tissue is nothing but mainly it provides a structural framework like our skeletal system. It provides support to the cell, and it gives support to different tissues of organs. So they join in groups and they form many organs. Then they also prevent the organs getting displaced by body movement. So it helps the organs to stay in place when we are moving, okay, or during the locomotion. Then what are the components of connective tissue? What they are made up of, which is also called as intercellular substance. So they are made up of matrix, a fluid gel-like substance, and some connective tissue cell, and a supportive structures called fibers. So here you can see some cells of this connective tissue, fibroblast, and then adipose cell with globule, fat globules, then plasma cell, macrophage, and then mast cell. So these are some cells which comes under connective tissue. So first connective tissue is called connective tissue proper, which has this following materials of collagen fibers, elastin fibers, fibroblast cell. So we are going to learn two cells under this connective tissue proper. The first one is areolar tissue. You can see the slide here. So this tissue is made up of collagen fiber, elastic fiber, and nucleus. So this is the labeled diagram of the connective tissue proper. That is areolar tissue, where you can find the matrix, nucleus, then yellow fibers, then mast cell, all those things. So what is this areolar tissue? So this is a type of a loose connective tissue. Why they are loose? Because they are arranged in a fluid matrix, a semi-fluid gel-like substance. That's why they are loose connective tissue. And they also have fine threads in between, leaving some space which is called as areolae. Areolae. So you can see here some spaces here in the diagrams. So what is the function of this areolar tissue? It helps in tissue repair, repairing the cells, and helps to join the skin to the muscle, and it fills the space in between the organs or inside the organs, and they are also found in muscle, blood vessel, and nerves. So we have seen connective tissue proper, and the first one is areolar tissue. So in connective tissue proper, first you learn areola, now adipose tissue. It's nothing but a group of fat cells which are spherical or oval in shape. You can see here the cells of fat called adipocytes arranged in groups. You can see the cross section here which has nucleus and fat stored inside the adipocytes. You can see blood vessels arranged in between them. Cytoplasm is there. Outer cover plasma membrane is there. So these cells are called adipose tissue. What is the function? It serves as a fat reservoir, stores the fat or lipid, and it acts as a shock absorber and regulate the body temperature. That's why it's also called as an insulator. The second one is supportive connective tissue. What is the function of the supportive connective tissue? It forms the endoskeleton, that is skeleton system of a vertebrae, and it also helps in locomotion, movement of body. And see, here is the diagram of supportive connective tissue. It's a bone cell, and we'll be studying about that. It has a bone marrow, outer cover periosteum, then the connective fibers called or canals called canaliculi, then space called lacunae, and we have the cells which are arranged, and they are called as osteocytes. So this lamellae and canaliculi will have osteocytes. So first one in supportive connective tissue, you learn about the cartilage tissue. They are nothing but loose cells, and they are flexible cells, and which are called as cartilage cells, and also known as chondrocytes. They are called chondrocytes, and they are present in a fluid-filled space. The space is called lacunae, and this cartilage tissue are soft, semi-rigid. They are not as much strong. They are flexible and they are less vascular. Less vascular means less in nutrition, and they are present in tip of the nose, external ear, trachea and larynx. So here you can see this slide with the chondrocytes present in the lacunae. So these are chondrocyte cells, cartilage cells present in a space called lacunae. They have nucleus. What is the function? They provide flexibility to body parts. The second one is bone. So they are rigid, solid, rigid, strong, non-flexible. You cannot bend them. But they are rich in calcium and some fluid substance called collagen fibers. And these cells are found in matrix. And these matrix are in form of a ring shape. So they are called as lamella. So you can see that the matrix are arranged in ring shape lamella. And the space in the lamellae is called lacunae. And this lacunae has cells, bone cells called osteocytes. Here you can see the chondrocytes of cartilage tissue, and this one is osteocytes. So this osteocytes are connected by canals called canaliculi, and the bone has, in the central part of the bone has a cavity called bone marrow. The function is it support and protect the soft tissue and organs present inside our body. The third one is called dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue. They are highly packed with the special cells called fibers and fibroblast cells called fibroblast. For example, you see the tendon, which you would have learned in the low 8th standard. That is tendons and ligaments. You see this, the muscles are connected to the bone by tendons. Here you can see here, muscles connected to the bone by tissue called tendon. If a bone is connected to another bone by the tissue, it's called ligament. Bone to bone ligament, muscle to bone is tendon. So what is tendons? The joints of a skeletal to muscle. Okay, they join the skeletal bone or skeletal muscle to the bone. Skeletal muscle to the bone, and they are cord-like, rope-like, strong structure, and they have a certain limited flexibility. Beyond that, you cannot bend them. So they have fibers between fibroblasts. So these cells have a special structure which help them to support to be strong. They're called fibers. The second one is ligaments. So this helps to connect the bone to bone. They are highly elastic and they have little matrix. So what is the function here? Strengthen and allow normal movement. So you can run, jump to certain level because you have a little matrix and you cannot bend more than that. The next one is fluid connective tissue. These cells are loosely spaced and they have a lot of intercellular space. For example is blood and lymph. So you can see here blood cells moving inside the blood vessels. This is the white blood cell, this is RBC, the red blood cell, this is platelets. And this is a group of RBC cells. So blood cell has a fluid matrix plasma. If you take a blood, they are made up of blood cell and a plasma. What is this plasma? They have inorganic salts, other organic substance, carbon, hydrogen, then inorganic salt, calcium, zinc, all those things present in the blood. What is the function of this blood? Transport nutrients and exchange gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen, etc. So let's go for this blood cell, because blood is made up of two parts, blood cell and plasma. So what is blood cell? So they are divided into red blood cell, white blood cell and platelets. So red blood cells are called as erythrocytes. Erythrocytes. So they are oval shape, biconcave. Both the side they have a concave structure and they don't have nucleus. So lack of nucleus. So instead of nucleus they have a iron compound called as hemoglobin is present in the center of the RBC. So what is the function of this red blood cell or erythrocytes? They transport oxygen and carbon dioxide. So in blood cell, next to this red blood cell is the white blood cell. They are also called leukocytes. And they are large, disc-like, colorless, and they have nucleus, different types, shapes of nucleus, and they show a movement called as amoeboid movement. And what is the function of this white blood cell? They provide immunity or defense mechanism to the body. You can see here, children, the RBC is there. In the center, you can see white blood cell. And these white blood cells are divided into two types, granulocytes and agranulocytes. So this granulocytes has some granules in the cytoplasm. So they have shape, irregular nucleus. They have irregular nucleus. And you can see granulocytes here. That is neutrophil, eosinophil and the basophil. So they come under these granulocytes. Agranulocytes, so they don't have granules. That's why they are called agranulocytes. They include lymphocytes and monocytes. So these cells, lymphocytes and monocytes. Here you can see here. So what is this blood platelets? Blood platelets, they are also called thrombocytes. They are called as thrombocytes. And these thrombocytes are helpful in clotting the blood, coagulation of blood when you get injured. So these are minute anucleated fragile fragments of this blood platelets in giant bone marrow. They are called as megakaryocytes. Platelets in the giant bone marrow present in the bone is called megakaryocytes. So the function is blood clotting. So here is the blood platelets or thrombocytes. So next one, we have a topic called as lymph. First you studied about the blood. Another fluid tissue is called lymph. And these are colorless fluid without the blood cells. So they are colorless fluid, and these cells are filtered from blood capillaries. Okay, so a colorless fluid that oozes comes out from the blood capillaries, and they have plasma with the white blood cells, no RBC. So they are called as a lymph. What is the function? So they just bathe the cells. The nutrition is provided to the cell just by washing the cell in the space. So exchange of material between tissue and blood. You can see the blood vessels connected to this lymphatic system. So you can see the lymph vessels interwoven with the RBC. Here you can see this lymphatic organs. Lymph is present in the form of node, lymph node, and they are in the present in the here a tonsil in the throat. Then you have thymus gland, then spleen, lymph vessels, and adenoid. So these are all lymph nodes. You can see one is present under your ear here. So this is the a picture showing this under the ear, that is in between this jaw. This is the node. Node looks like a lymph node, and this is the lymphatic system connected with the blood vessels. Yes, children. So you have your assignment. First question, learn and write the structure of supportive connective tissue. So please learn the cartilage and bone and write a test in the notebook. Then learn and write the fluid connective tissue. So please learn and write a test on blood and lymph. Thank you, children. We'll meet in the next session, which will be taken over by Mrs. Justina. Thank you.